This is Bob Anderson, and today is January 10th, 2022. Pretty much over my cold. Well, I shouldn't say pretty much, but I'm feeling a lot better. God, it's been over 2 weeks now. Anyways, what I wanted to do, so I've told a couple of traders that are members of our channel know this, but most of you don't. So I'm just going to quickly say this. I have not started the trading videos yet because we had a major catastrophe in my business over the Christmas holidays. Quickly, a lot of you may know I am a modular home builder. I own a modular home building company. And one of my suppliers, which is a major supplier for me, I also was the number one purchaser from this supplier that had 150 employees. Their facility burnt to the ground on Christmas Eve. So 150 people lost their job, and about $2 million in my housing orders just disappeared. So I have been dealing with that, trying to find alternative places to get these products. And so anyways, that has been what's been distracting me from Christmas all the way to now. Forget the flu. So I have not started these videos, and I don't want to just willy-nilly do them. I want to do them in detail, and I want them to have purpose. Number two, I think that there's people that some reason think I must run like a trading channel or something. I don't run a trading room. I don't run a trading room. No interest in running a trading room. I'm the guy that's going to hand you a fishing pole and hand you some bait, show you where the pond is, and have you learn how to fish, because that's going to make you a better trader down the road. And as a matter of fact, that's the ones of you that go and do that, you're going to be the ones that come back to me and say, Bob, hey, I just realized something. Have you ever thought about X? And that's how I can expand also. If for those of you that have been in trading rooms, you'll know what I mean. There's always those people in there. They're just looking for somebody to tell them what to do. They're just looking for somebody to tell them how to take a trade. And that doesn't do you any good. What if I get hit by a bus tomorrow? So anyways, instead of showing you my trades today, which I made $197 a contract today, three contracts. Yeah. So like $600 on 2 trades. That's what I did today. Instead of showing you my specific trades, I'm going to actually clean my charts up, and I'm going to show you what I looked at all day. Even though today was a tough day, today was still a profitable day and should have been a profitable day for you too if you look for the right things. So here's what I did. I just did my 9 EMA, which is solid gold. That's that fast moving EMA. That's our gold line, our 1 minute gold line. I did the 45 EMA, which is the 5 minute gold line on a 1 minute chart as dash gold. I did the SMA, which is the dashed red at 105, setting of 105. That's our direction, our trade direction indicator. Okay. And then swing, I had it set at 2, bar timer. And then I did all this on a 1 minute chart. Now, I personally have experience in using what I'm going to talk to you about here in the CL, the ES, the RTU, and the YM. I've had several people ask me about the NQ. I can't stand the NQ. Can't stand it. It has no rhyme or reason. Now, I know there's traders out there that make money trading on it. Good for you. Doesn't work for me. And of course, as you all know, of these 4 instruments, oil is black gold, Texas T. That's shit. That's it. But I'm going to tell you something about oil. When President Trump was president and oil was down at $30 a barrel, you remember those days when you can buy gas for nothing. Well, when oil's down at $30 a barrel, it's very hard to make money trading oil because a 1% move is 30 cents. Well, there's not much swing and swagger for you to get that money. Ironically, as an oil trader, we're better off with oil being at over $70. But anyways, it doesn't feel good when you go to the gas pump. So anyways, I'm going to show you my ES chart, and I'm going to show you what I'm looking for based off of just this stuff right here. Just that stuff. Oh, before I do that, while I was getting ready to do this video, this email came into me. Let me read this email to you. This literally showed up at 11:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's from a gentleman by the name of Mike, and the topic is, I passed. I finally passed my first evaluation. I am so pumped, and I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much. I blew 4 evals before finally getting it right by minimizing my trades, i.e. don't overtrade. Only trade quality setups. Oh, does this setup work? Well, yeah, but. Okay, if there's a but in there, then don't take it. Looking to the left, I always say that. Look to your left and all of it. My biggest issue to overcome was entirely psychological. How many times do I say that? It's not my strategy. It's me. Anyways, I understand the trade mechanically months ago, but the emotional discipline was by far the most difficult hurdle to overcome, and I was guilty of all of them at one point or another. Overtrading, revenge trading, patience waiting for a setup, walking away after a losing day, trading when I'm distracted or in a bad place emotionally. All of this is so crucial, and I have been learning these lessons since September. So a long time. By the way, to us experienced traders, September is not long, but this is great stuff. Anyways, keep doing what you are doing and helping out newbies like myself for free, and know that it is not lost on me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's why I sit here and do these videos, because of that, because of people like that. I get these kind of messages and stuff all the time. Anyways, and what I teach is so simple that if you just learn the simplicities, it brings you freedom. It's the most important part is the psychological part. That's why when I sat here and I said, over New Year's, you need to do your plan, and then you need to write out the things that you want to remind yourself of every day and put it somewhere where you can read it every morning before you trade. I don't know how many of you actually did that, but that is extremely important because it helps you with the psychological part. It's not about, I'm going to show you tons of trades today. I took 2. I'm going to show you tons of trades today. I took 2. But I walked away with $600. I mean, come on. Anyways, and I literally took 0 heat on these trades. Anyways, let me show you the ES chart first, and then I'm going to show you the CL chart. Sorry, that took me 9 minutes to get to that part, but this is really important stuff. I'm sorry. I get emotional on this stuff, as you guys may notice. Anyways, let me show you the ES chart, the 1 minute ES chart with only the stuff I put on my whiteboard. Okay, so if you'll notice, at about 6 o'clock this morning, the ES rolled inside the 5 minute red line. Rolled down, rolled up, rolled down, rolled up, rolled down, rolled up, rolled down. And so what did I do when I woke up this morning? I kind of looked at the chart and I want to see, is there rhythm to it? Up to the gold line, down, cross the gold line, down. So the first time it came up to the gold line, it rejected it. It pulled down, came up, went into this gold line. That's the 5-minute gold line. Went into this 1-minute gold line, boom, rejected it. I mean, there it is. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm going, yeah, this thing is actually in rhythm. Then you come to your second time to your gold line. It broke through it, nothing. This is your first time to your red line. Okay, over here. So it was 8:12 in the morning. I took that trade. I took that trade short. What I'm trying to show you is, what I'm going to show you in this video is how this stuff goes rhythmically. Rhythmically. As long as there's not news, as long as there's not stupidity going on, and there is actual movement. See how this has been moving down. So what's going to happen is price is going to work its way over to these moving averages and then reject it. That's what happens every time that the market is in rhythm. It breaks, rolls down, reaches a point of settling, comes back up, and then starts testing these longer term trend lines. So this is your 105 SMA. If you look at this, okay, that was a pretty good trade. The break of this candle, I had my sell stop, ran it right up in here. I was in at 98.25, wham. Then it came down, did it again. So remember how I've talked about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Look what happened the third time. So 1, 2, 3. Then the market starts getting, then Jerome Powell on your news feed, you should have known that Jerome Powell was going to be opening up his pie hole at 9 o'clock in the morning. So that's what all this stuff is. So there's no trading, okay? Now, normal times pre-market, I would be kind of like shutting myself off at 9:15, okay? Because the market opens at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Remember, all my charts are Eastern Standard Time. So look what I did. I put a no-go here, and then a green means go here. So there's no trading in here. I cannot tell you how many times you need to not take a trade between these time frames. It's not about the quantity of trades, it's about the quality of trades. No go zone. Anyways, so now remember, we're north of the red line. Okay, so we should only be looking for longs. Price breaks down, it goes inside this gold line, so there's nothing here. Inside the 5-minute gold line, inside the 1-minute gold line, so there's nothing to look at. Rolls up, rolls down, rolls up. You could have had that, but you would have gotten a loss. Sorry. So then what happened is price came back down to the 5-minute gold line from a higher pivot than this pivot here. And this pivot here. This actually pivoted down over here. Came back up, came back down. And then if you were going to do a 5-minute gold line long, this is it right here. 1850. 1850 would have been your entry. This thing ran all the way to 34. I mean, now, here's the deal. Before I show you the rest of this, you must recognize what phase in your trading are you at. Are you doing an eval? If you're doing an eval, you don't want to take trades that you need to give it a little bit of room. If you're not doing an eval, if you're just trading on money, then that's the type of trade right there, that 5-minute gold line that you can take along and ride that thing for 10, 15, 20 points on its first time crossover touch of that gold line. So anyways, I just need to point that out. But again, this is the ES, and it is still the morning. And by the way, keep in mind, in the back of my mind, the whole time I'm looking at this, I'm saying to myself, Powell could say anything at this moment, because I don't know when Powell was going to stop running his pie hole. And so the market could blow up at any time. To be perfectly honest with you, I had no confidence in the ES this morning until at least I knew he was ran off the stage. Anyways. So there's your rejection of your 5-minute gold line. Bam. That went for like 30 freaking ticks. And then it did it again. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I was actually texting a trader that's in this group at the time, and he actually asked me about this setup, and I said, no, I'm not interested in this setup. It never broke to be a setup anyways, but I just told him I'm not. I said I'd be more interested in the gold line. The gold line came down, touched, didn't break, and then it broke right here, and I actually took this trade. My entry was 22.50. So the rejection, the break of this candle right here, 22.50. It ran up, and I was one freaking tick from my 5 points. One tick. Grabbed my stop, and I ran it underneath these candles. See that? See these candles? I grabbed my stop and ran them underneath these candles. So what happened is this candle right here broke. By the way, a lot of people seem to do the same thing I did, because when this candle right here broke at 24.50, so I got 2 points on that. Look at that. Yee, doggy. All right. So let's look at this. So now we had a crossover. Now again, I've talked about this. This is my favorite continuation trade. Just continuation trade, not 5-minute gold line trade, red line trade, any of that. Favorite continuation trade. And the trader that I was texting actually took this trade that I'm about to show you. It's the crossover. And by the way, when he took this trade, it gave him back all his losses from yesterday and a profit today, because he had a loss going into today. Crossed the 5-minute red line, came down to this low. It retested the same low. So then you had a higher low, higher low, higher low. These ended up being even, these two candles. And then that candle broke right there at 906.75. Bam. That thing almost ran 10 points, but I think he got 5. I think he went for 5. And it rolled up. Shoot. Crossed over, and then the market just went into consolidation because we're at 11 o'clock. I don't look for trades after this anyways. Let's see what happened the rest of the day. Just kind of sat there in consolidation, just a shit show. All right, so let's go to oil. Let's go to oil. All right, let's do the same analysis of how I look at the oil market. Okay. Now the oil market's a tad thinner, so I really don't even trade it in the pre-market. Okay, just so you know, I don't trade the pre-market in oil. Very rarely will I look at it. But see, here's all consolidation. This is from 7 o'clock. Well, it probably goes back even further. But here's 7 o'clock in the morning all the way to 5 minutes before the open. Remember, oil opens at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is all just consolidation. There's no trades in there anyways. Anyway, but this is definitely a no-go zone right here. So I did a no from here all the way to 9:45. Remember, I look at oil as not being tradable until at least 15 minutes after the market opens. Not its market, because its market opens at 9, but the stock market that opens at 9:30, because you can get some hairy carry stuff in here too when the market opens. Anyways, so let's just look at what happened after. After you roll down, roll up into your red line, break, boom. There's like, I don't know, 30 ticks, probably at least 30 ticks. And your gold line. This is actually your gold line too. Sorry, here's your 1 minute gold line. Break of your 1 minute gold line. At 75.06 to 76. That's 30 ticks. Rolled up. Nothing going on in here. Came back down again. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher. And this low here on this is the same as this one. Bam. This is your crossover. This is your crossover from your red line. Came down. Remember, you get space. It's always good to have space. Space is important. That means that price is thrusting and pulling. Thrusting and pulling. Let me blow this up easier so it's easier to see. Boom. Bam. When you start recognizing these things and hitting them, you're gonna get it's like being in a rocket ship, because you're gonna recognize, holy shit, I'm with everybody else. It goes back to the shark thing. You're the fish on the shark's back. What made this price move? How much is that? 94 to 56, which is 40 ticks. What made it move 40 ticks is a bunch of big sharks. And you're the little fish taking it with the sharks. And then boom, 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 boom. Break of this candle here, because this is the highest, higher low. There it goes again. Comes back up. And then now you're getting into attempt number 3. I'm not a fan of attempt number 3. Remember, here's 1, here's 2, here's attempt 3. Attempt 3 actually worked, but I'm not a fan of it. And here's attempt 4, which, of course, if I don't like 3, I certainly don't like 4. Now, here's your first attempt with space. Here's your first attempt on your gold line. Boom, short here, down. I actually took this trade, got knocked out at even, because once this thing threw down, boom, I had my stop at even, got knocked out at even. No harm, no foul. If that thing slammed down, that could have been a 30, 40 ticker. But you can see the reaction. You're looking for the break of the candle, and that candle to my left, this one here, with its high, was 74.47. Or its high or low was 74.47. So my entry was 74.46. This thing slammed down to 36. So it slammed down 10 ticks in a second. And then boom, I had my stop at even, nothing. No big deal. No harm, no foul. I'm on the right side of the trade. That's all I'm looking for. Ran up, didn't have a reaction off this 5 minute, just actually blew through it. If it was, you would have seen it come up through here, and then the break would have been right here. That's the short you would have been looking for. Came up, came down, hit your gold line. There's your long. By the way, I took this one too. 75.04, ran all the way up to 75.18, ran my stop below the candles. So stop was below this one, stop was below this one, stop was below this one. What happened? 75.09. I was in at 75.04. I actually think I got 75.05 because I had a tick a slip. So I made $40, paid my commissions, and I'm done. That's it. Now, let's look at this. So you had a crossover, okay? You had a crossover of the red line. So you have your first pullback to this gold line, and then you have your first pullback to this gold line. Look what happened. Here's your first pullback to this gold line. If you take your break at 74.77, let's see where it went. Oh, it went $1. It went a whole $1. $1,000 a contract. So your crossover retest of your gold line and also your red line break, which is at 74.78 or 74.77, went a whole $1. Now, if you follow the bottom of the candles as your stop, so here's your stop when the first candle goes up. Here's your stop when the second candle. Here's your stop, here's your stop, here's your stop, here's your stop. Here's your stop. You would have gotten out at 75.11. So let me do the math here. 75.11. And what did I say? 74 point, what was the entry? 74.78. That's 33 cents. $330 a contract. Just from that first crossover, the first pullback, test of the gold line. By the way, there's a trader who drives a truck for a living, who that is the trade that he has learned from me on oil that he has made since December 15th. And this was a week ago, over $9,000 taking that trade. And that was a week ago when he updated me. $9,000 taking that exact trade I just showed you. Anyways, that's it. I just want to get that out there. I'm going to still work on doing it in a much more organized format. I'm just trying to get my customers into houses. Talk to you guys later. Sorry the video's long. Talk to you guys later. Bye.